Alright, hello every pony. This here is InvisiBrony live streaming to you once again with another Equestria Amino interview. Today, I have with me DustyKatt of Brony's React fame and also a bunch of other videos that he has done himself, which he will explain to you because he just mentioned them to me and for some reason my brain isn't working. And I forgot them. So, DustyKatt, I would like to say thank you very much for joining us today, and everybody say hello to the manliest brony.
Hi guys, what's up?
Yes, DustyKatt has the distinct title of manliest brony, a very distinguished title, and one that must have been very hard to achieve considering how many times I have seen you in a leather miniskirt. Oh, we did no such thing.
Yes, we did. We were talking about Sunset Shimmer cosplay with the red leather.
Oh, was that was our private thing, wasn't it?
Private thing.
My apologies.
I'm out.
Interview done. No, but thank you very much for joining us today, man. Do love your work. You're a very cool guy, and just you've done a lot of good stuff around here. Sorry. Dusty is quiet. Let me up your volume here. Apparently you are quiet.
Yeah, I'm quiet. So let me rearrange my microphone here. Get it a little closer to me.
It's probably my volume settings here too. I think my OBS is. Oh yes, yeah. You're waiting.
Ah, there we go.
That should be much better. Dusty, say hello again now that people can actually.
Hello, hello everybody. What is going on?
Apparently nothing.
Equestria Amino is new to me, so please excuse my newness to this.
Dusty has been on Equestria Amino for a couple of years now and has done nothing.
Nothing.
So
I figure it out.
Yeah, no, I met him at BabsCon and Everfree Northwest, and I figured, be a good thing to help him get settled here on the Amino and do a quick interview with him and get you guys to know each other a bit better.
Yes.
So one thing, Dusty, is the first thing I actually saw from you was at BabsCon, and it was your little cigar box or your lunchbox guitars.
Yes, lunchbox guitars. I'm not sure how many people. I mean, Equestria Amino is a younger crowd, from what I've been looking at, and some might not know that I've been around fandoms, quote unquote, since like 1989. So I've done a lot of types of things from crafts and all kinds of stuff. And one of the things I did over the last couple of years was I built Sunset Shimmer's guitar from Rainbow Rocks. And I did an entire YouTube series on building that guitar. And it got the bug going. And I like guitars and I like instruments. So I built an amplifier with Sunset's name on it. And then moving on to that, I got into cigar box guitars, which are little 3-string guitars you make out of cigar boxes. And I'm walking around Guitar Center one day, and they have a kit to build your own cigar box guitar. And it had all the tuners and neck and all the stuff in it. I'm going, wow, it's only $35. I'll take that home, and either I'll play around with it or I'll tear it apart and turn it into something else. So I come home, and I saw that I had one of these lunchboxes for a Princess Luna lunchbox. And I went, oh, wait a minute. And I took it down to the garage and it fit perfectly. And I went, oh, I got to do this. So I built a prototype one, and I made my mistakes and I made it right. I said, oh, this is kind of cool. So maybe I'll make some for BabsCon, see if I can sell them. So I built 3 and I sold them all. I was like, hey, we have a product. So yeah, I just sort of been building these things, and they're electric, and they sound great, and it's an easy way to learn guitar because it's only 3 instead of 6 strings.
Yeah, so it's a nice way to learn some basic guitar skills at least.
Plus, they look cool. They look cool hanging on the wall.
They really they look cool sitting on your table. They look like, honest to God, like I can play one song on the guitar, and I wrote it myself, and it's on a nylon string guitar my friend loaned me. And outside of that, I have no skills whatsoever. So I was pretty excited about looking at those things, but not. I was like, oh, I should buy one of those and actually practice. Oh, I'm.
It's a little out of tune right now, but. But yeah, this is my prototype Luna Lunchbox guitar.
I've done a bad thing.
Hey, you've
Got
done a
my
bad
brother clean in half.
Yep. All blues all the time. It's awesome.
I got guitar blocked. That's right. No, they sound really awesome. Like I was quite stoked to see some My Little Pony merchandise that was kind of out of the, I should say out of the box, but in the box.
It's in the box.
Yeah, it's definitely in the box.
Outside the box, but in the box. I also have a very nice Luna Dreadnought.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I've been trying this. I have a broken left forearm, so it's kind of hard for me to actually finger some chords, especially F. It's very difficult.
Well, that's good because we don't allow the F chord on this.
Yeah. Yes, it's a thing. So
So
I've been trying to learn. We're trying to learn "Cats in the Cradle" and a couple of other easier songs. But
so how is your relationship with your father?
my relationship with my father is awesome, actually. My twin brother, not so much. But my dad, me and my dad get along great.
That's good.
You think I'm a manly person? Oh my God.
Your dad amps that up, does he?
My dad worked 38 years in a Ford motor plant, hanging hack axles on an Aerostar transmission line, and he'd have one half axle in each arm, and hang them on a paint rack.
Wow.
He did that 8 hours a day.
He must have been a buff mofo.
You think I'm big?
Yeah, just for those of you listening, I'm a fairly stocky big guy. DustyKatt is bigger and much more well built than me, and now apparently his father is twice both of us together. So
my dad's a monster. When I was 12 years old, my dad could hold his arm out away from his body. I could do pull-ups on his arm and he wouldn't move.
Oh my goodness.
He was that kind of strong.
All right, so let's go over a few things that you've done for the Brony community. First off, being the most obvious and most well recognized, I am sure, is the Bronies React series, of which you are a part.
Yes.
Which I know is not your series, but you are a repeat figure in that. So
prominent part, I'm told.
Yes, definitely. Honestly, I like your segments out of all of them, some of the best. I think you got the best setups, and you seem to plan it out really well. I especially loved your little lunchbox thing in the last one.
I was wondering if anybody would get that.
I did. I'm probably one of the only people who did, but I'm an older guy, so.
Yeah, well, some of my gags are for us old guys. I mean, a lot of the other guys who work on Bronies React are all into the meme stuff and the quick hits and all that stuff.
They're funny, but there's something about going for that quality subtle gag.
Yeah, I've tried to be subtle. I've tried to do these quick little subtle gags, and it's like I don't know if anybody got the cheese joke.
Well,
nobody's made a comment on my cheese joke, and I'm like really upset about that. I took a long time to write that.
Okay, you know what? I do understand the cheese joke, but for the people listening, why don't you just set it up for them?
So Discord, right? It says this would be one of a very long line of cheese jokes if we go down this path.
Yeah.
So I rewrite Monty Python's Cheese Shop.
Yes.
And then at the end of it, I say, "Oh, but then I've eaten it."
I was actually
I'm
saying,
the cat, obviously.
Yeah,
Duh.
yeah. I was gonna say when I saw that, I was actually gonna comment and say it shouldn't have been you. It was the cat.
Wait a minute, I'm the cat. Yeah. So it's like,
the cat's eating it.
That's a deep joke and nobody got it. Oh man.
Well, no. You're welcome, Dusty. I did get it.
Well, thank you.
I did. I thought you'd screwed it up, so it's good. I'm glad that you've realized that it was not you, it was the cat.
The cat. I'm the cat.
Yeah.
Duh. There you go.
That was fantastic. So what was your favorite Bronies React that you've done?
I think my favorite was episode 100 because I put a lot of extra effort into it. I actually went and found an inflatable shark. Then I took it out to a motocross track.
Yes, that was fantastic.
And I jumped it with my motorcycle.
Yeah, for those of you who have not seen the Bronies React Slice of Life 100 episode, Dusty does this fantastic thing where, if you don't understand the term, Jump the Shark means a series that has run out of ideas and is trying to reinstate interest in the show. And this started out with what's a show called Happy Days, where it actually happened twice in that show. Once where the Arthur Fonzarelli jumped over a shark on water skis, and then again later on in the series he jumped over it on a motorbike in a pool. So they actually did it twice.
Yeah, so the meme is called Jumping a Shark.
Yes.
Well, Vinyl and Octavia actually jumped a shark with Vinyl's big contraption.
Yeah.
And so I took a inflatable shark out in the middle of the highest, driest area of at the motocross track and jumped it with my dirt bike. And everyone started saying, "Wow, Black Griffin, that was great." And I went, "What?"
I did not see that happened.
Yeah. Everyone thought that was Griff, and I was like, "What?" Just because his segment was before mine, and you see me kicking the bike, but you don't see that it's me because nobody knows me or whatever.
So really, AC is to blame for this because he's the editor.
AC. It's always his fault.
I was actually considering seeing if I can get them on today, but I figured you need your own little spot. So they both owe me an interview. They said they would do it, and I haven't got a chance to do it with them yet. All right, so so that was your favorite one.
That was my favorite.
What was your least favorite Bronies React to do? Like, what's the one where you were like, why are we doing this?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had one that I really didn't like. I mean, there's some where I didn't have as much inspiration as some of the other ones. But I don't think there's ever a Bronies React I didn't enjoy doing, right?
Fair enough.
It's one of those things where Bronies React is a series that I don't know how long it's going to go. I mean, it's one of those things where we're probably on borrowed time as it is.
Yeah, I think it'll run as long as the show is actually going. But it's going to definitely change cast a bunch more. Before
it changes cast all the time. We don't have no whacking anymore. We don't have. Animated James comes and goes. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people come and go out of that series, and it sort of makes it fresh, right? It's like you don't know who's going to show up.
So what you're saying is you can put in a good word for me, huh?
No, that's not my series. That's up to, a lot of people have said that. How could I get on the series? Well, that's up to AC, and we've answered that question a number of times.
I'll harass him separately. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So I guess a couple standard questions, which I'm sure people are going to ask, is favorite episode to date.
Oh, geez, the favorite episode. If you want to go to date, it's the one that just happened in Australia, which is A Perfect Pair. Oh my God!
Now, before you get into that, spoilers.
That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler, and I don't want to give it I don't want to tell anybody. I don't want to tell spoilers, but wait until it comes out in the American side. But that is now probably my number one favorite piece.
I am
that
behind
they've done.
You on that. It is.
It is a masterwork of storytelling in cartoon form, and especially with the voice acting that was done, and it's just the background music doesn't take away from anything. The song is awesome. The guest stars were awesome, and it's like, oh my God, there's almost no way you could make it any better. Almost no way.
No. And Felicia Day was a fantastic choice.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, William Shatner was a fantastic choice. Because the way he played that character, he played him, when he was a younger stallion, he played him as a younger stallion. When he was an older stallion, he played him really old with regrets and all of that. People can poo-poo William Shatner as an actor all they want, but the man knows his craft.
Oh, he does, yeah.
So,
when you talk about ponies, you have to be dramatic.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure he's a much better actor today than he was in '67.
Oh, for certain.
Yeah.
All right, so that episode aside, outside of that episode, what is your favorite episode?
Oh, probably any of the Wonderbolts stuff is high on my list.
So there's Dashy's Parents episode?
Dashy's Parents episode was fun. I think one of my favorites is them teaching her what she needs to know for the test. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Ultra Fast Pony?
No.
Okay, it's a parody series. It's a fantastic one where the whole test is basically Rainbow Dash has to like write her name down, but she doesn't know her own name. I'll show that to you later. But
I'm of the opinion that there's not a whole lot bad in MLP. I mean, sure, there's some misses and there's real big home runs.
Cart Before the Ponies. Cart Before the Ponies was a terrible episode.
It was, and I understand why season 6 was like that, which I can't talk about.
Oh.
But yeah. So yeah, season 6 had its problems, but I think they're right back in the pocket now. It's sort of like a band, right? You have your favorite band, and they put out.
There's B-sides.
Well, not. Just think about it like this: they put out a really great album, right? Their premiere album. It's awesome. Everyone loves it. They put out their second album, which is kind of like the first album. Everyone loves it, but it's not quite as good as album number 1. And then they go to album number 3, and they're changing a little bit, and it's still okay. Not as good as album number 1, but it's still good. And then album number 4 comes along, and all of a sudden the managers got into it. And they're going, you really should change for the times and what's going on right now. And they change it, and it stinks. And then they go back, and they start doing the same thing they did on their first albums.
Yeah,
and then
like Aerosmith. Like Aerosmith.
Or Aerosmith, or Metallica, or Queen, or any of these really great bands. Who Queen had a disco album,
Yeah, I tried to forget that.
Yeah, I tried to forget that one, too. But, yeah. So, I think they're right back solidly in the pocket right now, and I think that some writer changes really helped.
Yes, no, I do agree with that. Season 6 was I think honestly their weakest season, despite some of the really good episodes in there, like the overall writing in that season, they just seemed to like kind of forget what had happened.
Well, the thing was that and this is my opinion, not anybody else's opinion, that they gave critical world building, critical character development stories to first time writers who didn't know the characters, hadn't been on the series for these years, didn't have anything invested in the characters and the way they should be, way the story should be told.
Yeah,
and they loved it.
And let me ask you this: is that comment based off of every little thing she does?
No.
Really? Okay, because that's the episode I think of when you say that, because it's like they didn't realize anything that Starlight Glimmer had gone through, and they're like, oh yeah, she hasn't learned anything about mind control being bad. Let's just write that.
No, it's more of when Rainbow Dash becomes a Wonderbolt.
Yeah, that I didn't hate that episode, but at the same time, like you said, it's like they forgot all the lessons she learned.
As much as a Rainbow Dash fan as I am, as much as a Wonderbolts fan as I am, I can't watch that episode. Yeah, I can't get through Act 2. I can't get through it.
It's funny, but at the same time, like you said, it's annoying.
Yeah, it's quite annoying for a fan base that had been waiting 6 years for this to happen, and then having it told that way was sort of disappointing. And it's not anything that DHX did. It's not anything that the actors did. It's the way it was written and what they were given to work with. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
No, I'm behind you on that one. It was a really funny episode, but it was not a well-written episode.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on from that. How about we talk about your, other than projects you have been involved in,
mm-hmm.
What would you say your favorite fan animation is?
Oh, geez, fan animation.
And let's rule out Lullaby for a Princess and Moon Rises. Just to make it harder.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm a sadistic prick.
Sadistic? Oh my god.
Because that's what everyone says. Lullaby for a Princess. We all know it's the best one. Let's move on.
I know.
So outside of that, what's your favorite? Like, it can be just for humor, or like you're just what do you most enjoy watching?
I enjoy comedy, and I enjoy some drama. So I really like those things. To tell you the truth, I have so much Brony content coming at me at all times. It's hard for me to actually remember it all. Unless it's like really, really out there. Like Canadian Horse Pirates by Viva.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah,
Fantastic.
I love that. I've
So,
always loved that song, and then his
it's so
animation.
simple and so happy and so bouncy and so hilarious. That's just, it's one of those things that'll stick with you, right?
Yes, no, that's a good choice right there, and it's also definitely one of my favorites. I also like the oh crap, you just made me forget it. Now all I can think about is the horse pirates now.
My bad.
Remembrance.
Yeah, Remembrance is anything that he does is top notch stuff, and it's like he's the leading Armageddon or Armagod
Argodamon.
Argodemon, excuse me. He is the cutting edge of SFM.
Yes.
I mean, everything that he does, everyone else copies, and he really is the leader of that group. And whatever he does is just top notch. He doesn't ever, slough off and go, "I'm just going to put out crap," just to put something out. He doesn't. When he releases something, it is everyone in the fandom stops what they're doing and goes and watches it. I mean, it's the same thing when Ale Monte drops, a song. Everyone stops what they're doing and goes and listens to it.
Yeah, her voice talent is
her
freaky.
voice talent's gone off the charts. In the last year, she has gotten so good.
Yeah, it's freaky how like she can just bend her voice to any character.
I'm just so happy that I got to do a thing with her way back in the day where we did a song together. It was very hard even at that time to get her to help with the song, but it was so fun to do things with her.
Which one was that you did with her?
That one was Up in Cloudsdale was the name of the song, which was an Elvis Presley parody.
Okay, sorry, for a second I thought you were talking about the wailing, the Wasteland Wailers.
Oh, I was never part of that.
No, I know. Just I thought you might have done a cover with her because you know what song I'm talking about? Fly Like You.
Yeah, Fly Like You is an awesome song.
Oh, that's my favorite song by them. I got a chance to talk with those guys for a bit, and
Back when I was doing collabs for music stuff, I was doing with like Bronafide and her, and I just did some country stuff with Chi Chi and a couple of other, really great singers, and I just had lots of fun coming up with these songs. And I've still got a couple of them in my pocket that I haven't done lately because I've been so busy, doing a book narration and trying to get some more vocal stuff done.
That reminds me too. I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter about you like being up for a vocal position. Now, is that what you're talking about, or is this something different?
No, I'm actually working on a book series that a friend of mine has written because his book narrator sort of disappeared on him. So the first two got done, and now book 3 through 7 need to be done. And I'm just learning how to do it as we go because as a friend of mine, I'm not in any real quote-unquote deadline, but I just built a sound booth in a walk-in closet in the house. So I built all the sound treatments myself.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of that.
Yeah, got all that stuff done, and now that room is ready to go. But of course, I recorded the first 2 chapters here in my bedroom, and the sound of this room and that room are completely different. Oh my god. So I couldn't do like pickups on chapter 2 that I need to insert into the recording in that room, which I tried because I couldn't edit them correctly to make them sound right. So I had to come back in here this morning and record the pickups and then put them into the chapter 2. And once I get chapter 2 done, then I can start doing the rest of the book in the new room. So yeah, that's now that I've got the new room, I can just basically go, because right here in my bedroom I get planes over the house and cars in front of the house and all kinds of stuff getting on my recordings, and I just couldn't have it.
Yeah, I have similar issues here, and just so people who are listening know, usually I shut my windows when I do this, but it's so friggin' hot today I left my windows open, so if you hear children screaming and seagulls and noise in the background, I'm sorry.
Yeah, seagulls.
But I don't want to sweat to death like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like 85 degrees today. It's ridiculous. All right, so now a project you were in recently, I know, was Equestria 1, and so what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to quickly shut us both up and play the Equestria link promo you have on your page.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't seen this, and I actually haven't watched it yet, I'm going to, as soon as this interview's done, that's the first thing on my list is to go and watch this, but here is the promo link that DustyKatt was a part of with a bunch of other analysts, reviewers, and other quote unquote horse famous people that were involved in this. So let's take a quick peek at that. That was very short.
It was.
It was extremely short.
But the animation isn't, though.
No,
it's about 16 minutes long.
Yeah,
that's just part one.
About a 16-minute animation. Part one. So do you know how many parts are in that?
There's going to be 3.
Okay, so why don't you tell us just a little bit about what that is about? Because I actually don't know, anyways. And
okay, well, what happens is that we in the analyst community, you couldn't even call me an analyst, I just work on their stuff, but they got me involved. Basically, what happens is the Crystal Tree Castle explodes, and all of the analysts are living in and around Ponyville along with the rest of the ponies, and we go to investigate. And when the Crystal Castle exploded, the old tree house library comes back. And when they send me inside to check it out, we find these orbs and these books, which correspond to each of the main 6. And we can't figure out why this is happening. So we have to figure out what has happened and whether or not we can save the main 6. And it's basically a comedy of errors as to what's going on, and we have to figure it out. And it's really a great story that's mostly written by Anthony C. A lot of us had some side pokes at it, and we came up with a really great little fun story. And it's that we actually recorded that whole thing probably a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while since the animation's been worked on. Crown Prince is doing a lot of the animation along with Anthony C. and a couple others.
Oh, good to
so
hear.
It's really quality stuff, and I think people are going to enjoy it.
Oh, that sounds good. I know, not, I guess, kind of off topic here. You've heard of Legends of Equestria?
Oh yeah, I played it.
Yeah. Do you know it's actually about to be released?
Yes.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
Yes, I was a Second Lifer for years, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Sweet. Actually, on that topic too, other than say Legends of Equestria, what's your favorite? Have you played a lot of pony themed games?
I haven't played a lot of the pony themed stuff, other than like the app on my iPad, which I play a lot. The
city building.
Yeah, mostly of what I'm playing now is Skyrim. I've been so deep into Skyrim right now, it's unreal. I've almost run out of things to do, which is incredibly weird in Skyrim. I keep walking around looking for new things because I'm missing stuff, but I don't know where it is. Yeah. On top of that, my game is broken because, of course, Bethesda. But yeah, I need to download the mods so I can fix it.
I was going to say, have you got the pony mods for it?
No, I haven't got the pony mods yet. I'm trying to get through the game first before I start doing any modding. So,
dude, how long has Skyrim been out now?
Years and years and years.
Yeah, but, yeah.
I should move on to freaking some of the other Bethesda games, but I just sort of haven't.
No, fair enough. Another quick interruption here, too, is something you linked me, actually. Apparently, DustyKatt likes to sing.
I sing, yes. That's a interesting story, because when I was going to middle school in the early 80s, I actually got into choir.
High five.
I learned to love singing, and then when I got out of high school, when karaoke first came over from Japan, I was hired as a host by a karaoke company. So I actually sang all the time, and I got paid for it, which was fun. And then that actually got me into fandom, because I did that job basically to make enough money to drive across country from Michigan to LA, so I go to my very first convention. So I started singing, I did all that kind of stuff. I still love going to karaoke shows. In fact, one of the greatest fun I've had at a karaoke show lately was me and Vincent Tong and Kelly Sheridan and,
Oh,
and a
nice.
whole bunch of people were doing karaoke at Nightmare Nights last year. So it was we were at a bar just singing our buns off. It was fun.
Well,
Oh my god.
hopefully, fingers crossed, you are able to attend BronyCan, and I'm going to do my best to have you, me, Vincent, and whoever the hell else hit up some karaoke. So,
Yeah.
because I love to sing too, as my viewers know, I've done a bunch of live streams where it's just me singing for the My Little Karaoke Singing is Magic game.
Yes. That was actually kind of funny because I was just at Everfree Northwest.
Oh, really? Were you there too? Oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah, sure. And I actually went in the room and did one song, which was a Rainbow Dash song, and it was 4 people playing. No, it was 6 people playing, and I ended up winning. And I haven't played that game in like a year.
Now, was that in the games room or at the actual?
It was a game. It was in the games room.
Okay, you missed. Actually, it was a fantastic one where there were, I think, 8 of us or 6 of us playing, and we all did Brony Polka.
Nice.
I won.
Nice.
God, that's a long ass thing to do.
Oh, it was all fly. Actually, it was all fly. It's the first time I'd sang that on that game, and I ended up winning.
No, it's a fun thing for those of you listening who already don't know. But I'm sure most of you already do since you frequent my streams. It is a free download. My Little Pony singing is or My Little Karaoke Singing is Magic. It's a free download. There are lots of updates with all the new fan songs on it. Go ahead and grab it. You're looking at like 15 to 20 gigs of downloads, but definitely worth it if you like to sing and listen to fan songs. So on that note, let's listen to DustyKatt doing a little singing here. How about Barry? You're a fine mare. I'm guessing that's the song from the title.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, let's take a listen to DustyKatt and his singing talents.
Man, I'm actually looking at, I just pulled up Brony on YouTube, and it's like the first 6 or 7 pages are nothing but cringe fucking videos.
We are still live, Dusty.
Are we?
Yep. I didn't mute us.
How nice of you. But yeah, I'll bring that up. It's like I'm tired of this cringe video bull crud that YouTube's doing. It's, I'm gonna get a bunch of views. I'm gonna make a cringe video. It's like, whatever. Get a life. I like what I'm doing, and I don't care what you say. So.
So this is you.
That's me.
Does not sound like you.
Well, everybody knows that when you sing, you're trying. You change pitch and voice. So.
Yeah, fair enough, but this really doesn't sound like you.
Well, thanks.
Barry.
Yeah, a lot of people might not know this song because it came out in the 70s, so there you go.
She can still hear him say.
Yeah, that's a lot. That was a lot of fun. I love that song.
You're a fine man. what a good wife you'd be. Oh, this was a good choice. I like the I like the rewrite of it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've rewritten a lot of songs that, you know, were good rewrites, but they were way out of my vocal range, so I just didn't do them. Actually, you know, I've got them hidden on my hard drive, just waiting.
One of the songs I've rewritten that I'm waiting to actually re-sing is it's Bon Jovi's "Dead or Alive."
Dead or Alive, yeah. But difficult song, dude. Difficult song.
I can sing the song, no problem. But it's about like Rainbow Dash and Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you about it later. But I gotta redo that because it's.
I mean, I wrote Toto's Africa as Equestria, but I won't do it because every time somebody puts up anything, a cover of Africa, it gets yanked by YouTube like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the publisher of that song was just will yank anything that has anything to do with that song, and it's such a difficult song to do to put all the parts together. I'm not going to spend 2 months doing that song and then have it yanked.
Just get it pulled down.
Yeah. So.
Fair enough. Actually, tell you what. How about do you want to give me your opinion on something?
Sure.
Yeah. Are you watching the stream or can you see the stream?
I'm watching the stream, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put a song. Everyone here's probably already heard this. It's something I did for somebody made a challenge on the Amino about writing a rap.
Okay.
And I'm kind of known on there for like going into the chat room sometimes when people have like rap battles and stuff. Just you know typing raps. Mm-hmm. So I can write on the fly and write rhymes and generally people are like, okay, yeah, no, he's here. We give up. And
oh, just a minute. Hi, Keystar.
Keystar, hello, Keystar. K-Star, yes.
Oh, K-Star. Woohoo!
K-Star, thank you for shoutouts and whatnots. God damn it, YouTube has decided to stop working all of a sudden for me.
Of course it has, because it does that.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so anyways, I said I wasn't going to participate in it because, not that it's unfair, but just because I was so well known that anybody who'd be like, oh, they'd vote for me just because they knew who I am. And generally when I went in there, like, I can write on the fly and just respond to anything in like seconds. And, like, I don't, just, you know, comebacks. And so after a bunch of people were calling me out on this, I said, okay, well, fine. I'll write a comeback. So I wrote and recorded this in about 40 minutes and did some mixing with some samples. The background music is not mine, but the vocals and lyrics are all mine. So tell me how cringy. This is what reminded me is the cringy stuff because I consider it pretty cringy.
All right.
So yeah, listen up and tell me how cringy you think it is.
All right.
Check 1, check 1. Equestria Amino curator in the house or the stable. Now every pony here is calling out InvisiBrony. All y'all trying to act like I'm some kind of pony, but you don't know me, no, not at all. And that is the reason that you're all gonna fall underneath my hooves, getting trampled like a horse thief. Try to step to me, now I'm stepping on your causing grief. You'll get no relief, now you've woken the beast. You're the least of my worries, on your pain I'll feast. I'm a conquistador in the brony community. I'll conquer you all, given the opportunity. I rhyme with impunity while you stare in awe. While I'm dropping the bars, y'all are dropping your jaws. But let's pause for a second and take a step back. I'll give you some slack, cause we're on the wrong track. It's a fact that this app was created for bronies, and all the Pegasus sharing love for the ponies. No official ceremonies are needed to celebrate, and the moral we should learn is to love and tolerate. So don't hate on your fellow users, we can't afford it when we all start to act like we've been discorded. That's just chaos and we know how that goes. It means that it's time to break out the rainbows. Case closed, all my haters have been turned into statues. You can't stay mad with friendship coming at you.
Kind of reminds me of 2010. And
Let's see what our next fun thing is, shall we? Friends like you, who needs
I think I went a bit heavy on the samples, but...
Alright, my little ponies, I hope you catch my drift. No more fussing and fighting and feuding and causing rifts. Let's just shift our energy into positive jokes.
The,
don't end up like
the way the lyrics are written, it almost wants a shotgun style, and you've got it more in a 4/4 old school style.
Yeah. It was very much old school hip hop inspired.
Very special gift. I don't think I've ever come across a unicorn with your raw abilities.
That's mighty fine of you to say, Princess Celestia. Thanks for the praise. Alright, I was Pony. InvisiBrony. Out.
Warn me next time you're gonna do that.
So yeah, there's my cringe. Wow, Dusty is speechless. It was so fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
But I'm old school myself. If I like old school rap, I don't like any of that. There's only a few scattershot styles I like. I mean, Mike the Microphone, I love almost everything he does. But I'm more Digital Underground, Young MC, Run DMC, all that stuff from the 80s and back then. So that's mostly what I was into when I got into rap.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was inspired from. I tried to kind of combine the two of them, and just like I said, I found the backing track on that was a free use backing track that I found.
Nice.
So I tried to write it to that tried to keep it a bit old school, but yeah, I kind of mixed the two together.
Yeah, I had thought of rewriting like the Humpty Dance. Someone actually wanted me to rewrite the Humpty Dance. Or actually, who was it? Rebecca Sachette actually asked me to rewrite a Rick James song.
Super
no.
Very superstitious.
No, she wanted to do a Pinkie Pie song. She's a very pinky girl.
Oh my god!
She wanted me to rewrite that. I'm going, maybe.
I'm in for helping you work on that. That sounds like a fantastic project.
Yeah, so she wanted me to do that. I'm going, I might. Who knows?
The kind who makes cupcakes for mother.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But
no, we can talk later about that.
All right, stop what you're running, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I look funny, but you are making money, see? So your world, I hope you're ready for me, and I gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and sounds laid down by the underground. I read up all the hints that you got on the shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Dusty, pronounced with a usty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I love the busty. Yeah, on and on and on.
You heard it here, folks. Fresh talent up here.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So actually, let's work off of that. What is your favorite fan-made song?
Oh, geez, my favorite is 20% Cooler. Oh my God, Ken Ashcroft.
Now wait a second. Is that the original Ken Ashcroft one or the Lulz remix?
No, the original.
Okay, good. That's
the original. I don't like. I didn't get into Lulz remix. I mean, Beyond Her Tomb. This is what's on my Brony shuffle. Loyalty, I'll Fly Higher. Proud to be a Brony Jazz Fusion, Black Griffin, Brony Metal Medley, Bonafide, The Wonderbolts by Clavi, which is an underrated song. Oh my God, love it. Of course, Eurobeats, Discord, Living Tombstone remix, Luna, Silverhound remix, Nightmare Night, Glaze and Mike, 20% Cooler, Ken Ashcroft, Pegasix's This Is Vinyl Scratch, Shy Heart, Ponyphonic, 2010's Moving On, One Last Letter. I mean, it's all the classics.
Yeah. Reduce that treble as an 8 or a 9. I think they're on my level like a rebel in a bucket getting something cool. Yeah, yep. No, yeah. No, that song is one of my favorites. All right, let's see here next. Least favorite fan song that you've heard.
Oh God.
Let's get mean up in here.
I try to not knock people for trying. I mean, it's people get better as they do things. If you're going to not do it, then you're not going to get as far as if you do it.
Yes, and
So-
to be fair, we just went over my why the hell you shouldn't do anything music videos.
Yeah. So I'm not on board with what's the thing I hate the most. What's the thing?
Fair enough.
Thing I don't. I would rather see people doing things than not doing them. And yes, it might not be all that great, but you're getting something done that you like to do, and you'll get better as you do it more.
Yes, and you'll get criticisms that may help.
You'll get criticism, and you'll get people hating you, and you get all that. I mean, I still have people think I sing like a freaking diamond dog, but I don't really give a flying feather what they say.
Thank you
I mean,
for your
there's a lot of my songs that were very early in my career that are up on my YouTube channel. I don't take them down because it reminds me of where I've been. I'm a much better editor now. I'm a much better writer now, and I'm a much better singer now. But if I don't go back and look at those things, I won't remind myself that, hey, I used to stink. Now I'm better. So keep going, because it's all a journey. And if you don't get started, guess what? You're not going to get there.
That is a very good inspirational message, and one that I wholeheartedly agree with. And something I tell a lot of people too, because on the Amino, a lot of people, there's people who we have things like you can earn titles for being a pony artist or a content writer, and people will come to me saying like, well, can I get the title? Can I get the title? I'm like, well, chances are, it's right now they're kind of on hold, but a lot of people, they get really upset. So and so got the pony artist title and I didn't. I'm like, well, are you drawing because you want the pony artist title, or are you drawing because you would like drawing?
Yeah.
And it, honest to God, should not matter one way or the other. Like, if you get it or you don't, it doesn't matter if you get it. You are a pony artist regardless.
Yeah, it's like on DeviantArt, I have a bajillion llamas. It's like, I don't really care. It's like, thank you for giving me a llama, but it doesn't mean anything in my life. So I mean, it's nice to have, but
you should be doing this because you love doing it.
Right.
And if people say, I love your shit, pardon my language, then fantastic. But having a little green title under your name should not be your goal.
No.
Alright. I had another segue off of that, which was, Christ, how did you get into the Brony fandom?
So, here is the well-worn story on how I got into the Brony fandom. I was in the furry fandom for a bajillion years, and then I left it because reasons. And I ended up in the downturn in the Silicon Valley area and got laid off in 2008. Tried to get by and then ended up having to move to Nevada to work for a guy because I was basically down to my last $500. And I ended up working for this guy for like 32 hours a week at $12 an hour, and I was squatting in a house he was trying to sell because I couldn't afford to move out. And I went into a very, very deep funk depression. And I'm a depressive person. I always have been. I've been on medication for it. So I would ride my motorcycle or drive my truck, back to San Jose to play Advanced Dungeons & Dragons with my friends on weekends. And they would keep my head, screwed on straight. And that was right about the fall of 2010. And sure enough, I come back one weekend and they say, hey, there's this new show and you need to watch it. And we had just played AD&D until like 1 in the morning, and I'm tired. And I said, what are we going to watch? He said, oh, we're going to watch My Little Pony. I wasn't going to watch it. I was, no. And they said, no, you need to watch it, because I've known these people for like 20 years, and we were all in the different fandoms, and they know what I like. I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. So we watched the premiere, which was, of course, Part 1, Nightmare Moon. And I got almost immediately hooked, because it wasn't like anything else I had seen in a while.
No, wait, hold on. I got this question, because you said this is how you got back into the Brony fandom.
No. I had not been in the Brony fandom.
Okay, just clarifying, because I thought you had said this is how you got back into it. Okay.
No, how I got back into fandoms at all was Brony.
Okay,
because
that makes more sense. Okay.
A lot of my friends, we were in different fandoms together, and they know what I like. So we watched the show, and I got hooked on the first half. Oh, we got to watch the second half, so we watched the second half. And I said, okay, that's pretty good. How many of them are there? And at that point, there were like 6. And I said, okay, where are they? I said, well, we watched all 6, and it was like 5 in the morning. And I said, okay, well, are they? Oh yeah, they're playing right now. They're every week. It's like, okay, well, I'll come back every week and we'll play AD&D and I'll watch it. And basically, I got hooked. And then I came to the spring of 2011, and basically from watching the show and being with my friends, I said, you know what, I'm put myself in this purgatory. I'm going to get my freaking ass out of it. And I quit that job and I moved back to San Jose. And I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, and here I am. So I moved in with my friend, and we made that one video, and we started making content, and then we did Stay Brony My Friends, the show, and I started doing stuff at conventions and entertaining people, and I went from that low to where I am now, which is, pretty high from where that was. So.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing too. Like I understand your depression thing. It's kind of something that's personal to me too. So I'm glad that you just like me actually. The Equestria Amino thing was the same for me. Is that kind of pulled me out of a depression and kind of got me from like going, why the hell does life not mean anything, to being like, oh well, maybe there is something to life after all.
Yep.
So that's good. Question from the chat here I actually just saw is,
yes.
If you had a dirt... Sorry.
Who?
Mr. Creaky Chair.
Yeah, sorry.
If you had a dirt bike, which you do, a box of uncooked spaghetti, which I'm assuming you do, a blanket, and 3 rocks, how would you take over the world? A dirt bike, a box of uncooked spaghetti, 3 rocks. That's all you've got.
Box of uncooked spaghetti. How would I take over the world? Well, I would probably sneak all of that stuff to probably a mile away from the White House. Then I would put the blanket on my shoulders like a cape. I would put the rocks in my pockets, and I would run straight up the street, through the front gate of the White House, through the front door, jump into the Oval Office, and take the rocks and just beat the man who was in there. I can't say that. FBI will be in my door. But, yeah, I don't know.
You would utilize the rocks in some way to incapacitate...
I would utilize the rocks in some way to free the world of tyranny.
Trump!
But there you go.
All right. And another question I had, which actually is going to make me play a video here, is do you like corn? But I think you should hold your answer back until you see this video.
Oh, God. I hate people trying to trap me into shit like that.
Corn! Oh, well, yay. This is pretty nice. Yeah, and I am kind of hungry. Good! Then let the mating begin!
And it froze. Sorry, I just had a hard video failure.
Yo, fail!
So I'm not sure if it kept playing for you guys, but it just had a hard failure for me. Or not. Oh, what the hell's going on now? Alright, sorry, I'm saying F the video because it froze on my end. I'm not sure if it's playing for you guys.
I don't know, but I guess it's some sort of,
it's
somebody
put... It's from one of the anthologies. It's from, like, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force scientist thing.
Yeah, you know what? I never got Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And it's one of those things where people thought it was funny. I thought it was idiotic.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this funny video of, like, the corn attacking Spike, so... But it didn't work, and we will move on from that and go on with our lives now.
Yeah. I do like the anthologies. I mean, I think a lot of people who are working on the anthologies come up with some really funny stuff, and I do like most of what they do.
That's good. That was actually one of my other questions. Have you been involved in any of the anthologies?
Nope, not my thing. I don't do a lot of that video editing stuff, except for when I was doing my own show. And when I do my videos for YouTube. So I did do some PMVs way back in the day, early days, when all you did was basically cut a bunch of stuff out of an episode and do voice matching and stuff like that. But, that became way too difficult for the time that I had to put into stuff. So I ended up moving on to voice acting and doing the show and other stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Now I know you were up for a voice acting thing recently. Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, well, there's a school up in Vancouver called On the Mic Training that I've gone to, and because I'm a student there, I ended up being able to go into one of their contests, which was about narration, and it was basically do a bumper for their school, right? And whoever won was going to get free student loan or whatever to take some more classes. And the classes aren't cheap, so I put my thing in there, and I ended up not making the top 3, but that's okay because I took a swing, and it's like, okay, and a lot of people are like, well, why did you do that if you knew you weren't going to win? It's like, well, one, because you can't hit a home run unless you swing a bat.
Fair enough.
So if you're just going to sit on the sidelines in the on deck circle and not swing, and then guess what? You're never going to hit. So I don't really, I'm going to try just about anything. I'm going to put my hoof forward, as it were, and give it a shot. It might not pan out, but at least I know it doesn't work. I mean, I've done that most of my life, from college football to professional wrestling to hockey to motocross to all kinds of stuff. So I've always given it a shot, and I've been pretty decent at most of the things I've ever tried. So why not?
Yeah, no. Like you said, if you don't take a swing, you'll never know if you hit.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to restart the chat here because it crashed on me.
Oh no! I don't know. Chat seems to be going there. So
yeah, no, I couldn't see if there's any questions here for you.
And yes, I do like tacos. But there you go.
That answers the question I was about to ask. Fantastic. Favorite taco?
Favorite taco? Oh, geez. I like homemade tacos. So I don't like going to Taco Bell. Taco Bell is sort of like, yes. But I like making tacos at home where I can season the meat the way I like it. And I got fresh lettuce, and I got fresh tomatoes and some sour cream and, fresh ingredients. So on top of being a cook, I like doing it. So it's one of those things. Your basic hard shell taco, which is really your classic. I love that stuff.
Yeah, no, I love making my own burgers too.
Yeah. I have a burger recipe on my channel. You should check it out.
Oh, I'll have to send you mine too, because I actually made some delicious homemade burgers yesterday.
It's one of the things I do is cooking videos. So.
and also, just to settle somebody in the chat here, Creative Cantor, I'm not going to say your name. Damn it! Did you go to culinary school?
Hero, yes, I'm going to be at Nightmare in Dallas because I am a charity. I am the charity auctioneer, and I have been. I am a guest this year. Yes, I will be there. I did not go to school for culinary arts. What I did is I started working in a restaurant when I was 12. So yeah, I started out as a dish dog until I was old enough to become busboy. Then I moved up to busboy, and then they needed somebody in the kitchen in the prep area. So basically, I became a prep cook. And I learned on the job from a very good chef, and in fact, a number of very good chefs. And I worked in that restaurant all through high school. I would go to school, go to football practice, run to school, run to work 10 miles away, and then I'd work until like 1 in the morning, and then go home, in bed by 1:30, and then up in the morning and go to school. So that was most of my high school was that. I would go to school, do sports, go to work, and I worked every weekend. By the end of it, I was the main cook for the brunch that they had every Sunday, including Mother's Day brunch. And then I would be the show chef, which I would be out making waffles and omelets right there in front of you.
Yeah, you did that in the restaurant with the portable table and everything.
Yep, all of that. So I did that for many years, and that's how I learned to cook.
And what is your what's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, my favorite thing to cook is to barbecue. I love to barbecue. So
basically anything meat-wise.
Anything I can put on a barbecue. It doesn't even have to be meat. I mean, I like barbecuing
corn,
peppers, corn, onions. All the stuff that you can do on a grill. I'm going to smoke a brisket this summer, so I'm like really looking forward to doing that. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Awesome. Something mentioned just a minute ago here. Let me scroll up. What could or did you benefit you life? Oh, I'm gonna reword that. What would you say that what has benefited your life the most from joining the Brony community, and do you think it would benefit you in the future as well?
Yeah, because I've basically changed my whole outlook on life, and it's gotten me out of my toolbox, which was, as much as fun as being in my toolbox was as a job, it really, at my age, was becoming a hazard to my health. And now I can actually point to the fact that if I put my mind to it, within the next 5 years, I could probably be a working voice actor. So I've met all these people, and I've met agents, and I've met voice actors, and they all like me, and I like them, and we all work together, and not just the amateurs. I can safely say that I'm very decent friends with Peter New and a couple of other people that have taken an interest in what I'm doing because they think I have talent. So
yeah, that's actually one of my goals too in life, is to become a voice artist as well, because I've got a good range of accents and control over my voice, and I think that'd be a very good career move for me, is to get involved in that.
Vulu wants to know what my favorite book is. It changes from years to years.
It's Chicken Soup for the Brony Soul. Let's move on.
Yeah, funny. Actually, I was a big science fiction nut when I was a kid, so I read a lot of science fiction when I was younger.
Highland, or
no, not Highland. C.J. Cherith, excuse me. Shanur series was a big one for me. A lot of the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons books that came out in the 80s. Salvatore, yeah, a lot of stuff. So yeah, a lot of those things. I've got a very funny story. I used to be a bodyguard for Mercedes Lackey.
Oh, really?
The fantasy writer. I was her bodyguard for 5 years.
No, I like her books too.
Yeah. So, in fact, if you look up Silver Griffin, you'll find out that it's actually dedicated to me and 2 other people.
Oh, really? No, that's one of my favorite series by her.
Yeah. So if you look at that book, it'll have my name in the front.
Have you read her Kilishandra series?
I haven't read any of her books.
Oh, well.
Because I was working for her, so I didn't want to cross that line. So but like the first month or 2 I was working for her, it was very difficult because she had this house that was basically a big sprayed concrete dome. It was round on the inside. It was crazy. So I'm sleeping in a loft, and the phone, which is directly under me, bounces off the wall and comes into my ear. So it's like very early in the morning. So I run downstairs, pick up the phone, and who is it? And then this guy says, "Oh, well, this is not Highland. The guy who wrote Edge of Tomorrow for Star Trek."
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The name is escaping me.
Yeah. But anyway, very big name in science fiction writing. And he wrote for Star Trek, and he wrote for a bunch of people.
It wasn't Spider Robinson, was it?
No. Brain not working. But anyway.
I'll look it up.
It was a very long time ago. But I'm like tired. I'm going, who is this? And it's like, oh, it's this guy. And it's like, is Mercedes there? So she's sleeping, dude. It's like, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. They don't get up till 2. And he goes, oh, that's right. And it's like, okay, well, could you leave her a message? I said, great, yeah, no problem. And it finally says, wait. It's like, you have no idea who I am, do you? It's like, no, I don't. Click.
Did you mean the City on the Edge of Forever?
Yeah, City on the Edge of Forever.
Yeah, that was done by DeForest Kelley. No, sorry, that's Spock. That's Bones. Writing this to initial pitch by Harlan Ellison.
That was Ellison. Thank
Ellison.
you.
Okay, there we go.
It was Ellison on the phone. But yeah, he said, you have no idea who I am, do you? It's like, no. Click. And I hung up on him. and Mercedes laughed her ass off because I didn't know who he was. At the time, I didn't, because I was like young in that kind of thing. So I was like, I didn't know who he was at the time off the top of my head.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It was actually freaking hilarious.
All right, I did see another question in the chat here, which is, what is DustyKatt's favorite ship? But I'm going to answer this for you, because I think it's DustyKatt and Cheerilee.
That is my favorite ship, baby. Overhaul and Cheerilee is my flavored ship. And now, you know what? Now that Big Mac is out of the picture,
you're all set.
I am in, baby. In like Flynn.
Oh, Cheerilee.
Cheerilee. I do have a Cheerilee song. Yes, I do. So there you go.
Is it on your website?
Yep, our website.
Send me the link. We will play the song.
All right, let me find it.
Mine crashed and I lost my list of stuff I was going to play.
Oh no! Oh
So,
no!
now it's up to you.
It's up to me. I need to find it. Okay, I'll go back down to my music and singing. Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, actually, while you're looking, what was your opinion of the Big Mac doesn't love cheerily episode?
I will let you guys know I knew about that. I couldn't say anything about it, but I knew about it. But I didn't know which pony that Big Mac was going to go after, but I knew that he was because me and Peter talk. But I always thought it was really a curveball that was really cool for them to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really nice that they have a cross-dressing character in a straight relationship.
oh, there you go.
Because let's be honest here, this is actually one of the things I have loved most about the subtle hints from the fandom is that Big Mac is most definitely a cross-dresser.
I think that Big Mac is just comfortable with himself.
No, and that's fair enough. What I'm saying is I think he is most comfortable as himself as Orchard Blossom.
What was my first car? 1968 Chrysler New Yorker. I pulled out of a field with 2 cases of Strohs.
Say
there you go.
Say that one more time in English.
I said, Ace Wolfpack asks me what was my first car. And I said, 1968 Chrysler New Yorker, 4-door, pumpkin orange, 383 with 4-barrel, pulled out of a field for 2 cases of Strohs.
I'm guessing Stroh's is a beer?
Stroh's is a beer, yes.
Oh, okay.
Stroh's is a regional beer in the Michigan area. So
Fair
it's
enough.
not made anymore, but yeah, there you go. I'm old.
All right, here we go. Cheerily DustyKatt. Let's open that up here. Oh, not twice, just once, please. Hopefully my window capture is still active for that. Yes, it is.
Why would I have to choose? Why can't I have taco pizza?
Yeah, what's the deal there? All right, here we go with Cheerily DustyKatt befriends Bronafide. Parody of Thin Lizzy's Rosalie.
Quite a motivator, smooth a school teacher you will never see. Says see you later, you know one day I disobeyed her openly. She knows dancing, and I know dancing too, you see. She's got the power, my dancing queen cheerily. Cheerily.
This is for you guys.
She's got the pleasure coming all the dance floors of the world. So fantastic, everybody's favorite little merry world. She knows dancing, I know dancing too, you see. She's got the power, I got the power, cheerily. 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 Yeah. Dance with me, cheerily, shine on me with ease. Philadelphia, Cadillac Ponyville, you can dance so fine. She makes her choices, then you best be smiling when it's closing time. She knows dancing, my cheerily.
Now, are you in love with the 80s version of her or the current teacher version of her?
Well, there's a kind of a story about that, because Cheerilee is one of the only characters that came forward from the 1980s version of My Little Pony, because she was one of the copyrights that Hasbro still had.
Right.
So she's basically from that era, right? Which is one of the jokes that they do with the whole, crimped hair and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So when I had my show, Stay Brony, My Friends, somebody asked me, about the whole me liking Cheerilee. So I came up with the story that she and I actually went to high school together because I graduated in '86. So basically, we went to high school together. We dated for a while. It didn't work out. We sort of moved on, and we found each other on Facebook, and we went back and forth, and it's all good now. And we like each other again. So everything's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that story. Have you heard the Hot for Teacher song?
Oh yeah.
Hot for Cheerilee?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would assume so.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, other than yourself and Cheerilee, what's your favorite shipping pairing from the canon?
Oh, it's Octavia and Vinyl. Octavia and Vinyl, 100%. So they're just roommates, but yeah.
Yeah. No, they're just roommates. Yeah.
They're just roommates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, two mayors that will completely, rearrange their house so that just friends.
Just friends.
Just friends.
Oh my goodness. I'm guessing
Good friends.
Epic web times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, me and Rob Bob are friends. So.
Yeah. No, I think my favorite part of the whole thing is I never knew what friendship was until she shared her sandwich with me.
Sandwich with me. Yeah. That's funny.
And it was delicious.
What I loved about that whole thing was when episode 100 rolled around and we did the Bronies react to it, and they showed that scene of Octavia and Vinyl in their house together, and AC cuts to no whacking, and she says, "Wow, the musicians of Ponyville living together as roommates. I wonder where they got that idea." And then she turns the camera. I wonder where they got that idea.
Oh, no, I nearly peed myself.
I love her. So
I wonder where they got that idea.
Yes.
Oh, no whacking. All right. Let's see here, guys. Any questions from the audience here?
Yeah, I think somebody asked me something about, let's see. Going back.
Other than, do you notice me, senpai?
Yeah, I've noticed you.
He's noticed you, and he's disappointed in your question. Oh, do you like musicals?
You like musicals?
Yeah.
Actually, I do like musicals. I like Cats, and I like Lion King, and I've seen them both, and they're awesome.
Have you seen Avenue Q?
I have not seen Avenue Q, but I've seen videos of parts of it. I have not seen Hamilton at all. I have not heard its soundtrack yet. I know I'm a plebe, but I like Pirates of Penzance. That was a very wonderful play. I've seen that a number of times.
I am the very model of a modern pony general.
Yep, all of those. Let's see. I don't go to a lot of live stuff. It's just not been in my budget lately.
I will say this: if Avenue Q comes to your area, go and see it.
I was never in the military. They're random. I was not in the military. My twin brother, Navy. My uncle, my mom's brother, Navy. I had a second cousin who was frontline Navy medic in Vietnam. I have my grandfather, my mom's dad, was on a destroyer in World War II. All Navy. But I was not.
Yeah, and here's a very interesting thing is apparently you are mistaken for Eli Monty.
I'm mistaken for Eli Monty?
Yes, apparently so. Every time he watches Brony react, or she watches Brony Reacts episode 100, I mistake Dusty for Eli Monty when you're wearing the Octavia costume.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was fun. That was last minute.
They're so identical looking.
That was the last minute fun thing because I set that up with her and she says, "You thought I would be wrong again," and then at the end, that's me. It's like,
I remember that. That was pretty awesome.
People keep asking me, what's going to be your next male to female cosplay? I don't know.
I know.
haven't-
It's going to be Juniper. Have you seen that? Actually, here's a question for you. Nobody's asked yet. Have you seen the 3 new Equestria Girls TV
Yes,
series?
I have. Yes, I have. I've only seen the one in English. The other 2 were in Polish with dubs.
Nope, they are all available in English now.
Yes, I got to find the other 2. I only saw the one that just came out.
The first 2 are available on YouTube. The other one's on Dailymotion.
Yes, it's always on Dailymotion.
I just watched them this morning.
Yeah, I need to do that. So I've done Sunset. I've done Octavia. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. I've done Easy Glider. I've done Daring Do. Amazingly, I have not done Rainbow Dash. So it's
I think that should be next on your list.
yes.
Because then you can wear pants.
Back early, a couple of years ago, it was going to be Tyler, the guy who plays Snowflake. A lot of people know the guy was at all the conventions.
Yeah.
Tyler's a good friend of mine, and we had another guy, and all of us were going to dress up as very buff versions of the CMC. And I had been given Sweetie Belle, and they were all like, "Okay, we're gonna do your mustache 2 colors, right, left and right side." I'm going, nobody touches the mustache.
Yeah, hands
That's
off.
And it's mustache. But we never ended up getting around to it. But that would have been funny because we were going to do we were going to come on stage and sing "Hearts as Strong as Horses," and it was going to be the 3 of us, big buff burly guys.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate. I'm going to answer this question for you because somebody here asked, Dusty, do you have any advice for people considering leaving the fandom? I'm going to say that your advice is don't leave the fandom.
No, that's not my advice.
Oh, fine, you answer it.
My advice is do what's right for you.
Good advice.
I have been in and out of a number of fandoms. I come back to fandoms. I leave fandoms. I do what's right for me. What makes me happy. I don't stay in something that doesn't make me happy. If you're not happy doing the Brony fandom thing, go find something. Go find something that makes you happy. Go to, Samurai Jack fandom, or go to any of these other fandoms that are out there. Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever. There's tons of things out there to be a fan of. I mean, you don't even have to be a fan of just one of them. I'm a fan of all of them.
Yeah, just
like
not,
sci-fi.
just
I like Star Trek. I like.
Just don't go to Undertale.
You know what? I never played that game. Never
Actually,
wanted.
Sorry, not Undertale. Don't go to FNAF.
Okay. Well, anyway, there's a lot of people are gaming nerds. I mean, it's all what makes you happy as a person. I mean, it's not. You don't have to stay in Brony fandom because you feel some sort of obligation to be a Brony. If you don't want to be here doing this, I mean, there's a lot of people who are fans of the show that don't call themselves Bronies because they like the show, but they don't like the fandom. I mean, it's really what's right for you.
Yes. Nope, that is a very wise thing to say.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking you now, who is your favorite YouTuber?
There's many different ones. I like almost everything that Mando Pony does. I like everything that Eiley does. Saberspark. I think that right now, though, in the ways of continuing content all the time, would be Silver Quill. I mean, everything he does is well researched, well acted, well animated, and he has a point, and he sticks to it, and he's very informative and funny.
Yeah,
and I think.
As far as like Brony analysts go, I think Silver Quill is definitely on the forefront of like being relevant and well researched.
What was the first record or album that you bought or owned? I think the very first record I bought was Foreigner 4 on vinyl. The very first.
Chopping Broccoli?
No.
No one but me and you were gonna get that joke.
Yeah. So yeah, Foreigner 4 I think was the very first album I bought from a Kmart in Marine City a long time ago. I think I paid $3 for it.
Damn.
But yeah, albums weren't very expensive back in the day. So yeah, I think that was the first one I ever bought.
Favorite song from the show, excluding EQG.
Ooh, that's tough. So many good songs.
Oh no, it's got to be Pinkie Pie's song from the Buffalo episode.
Yeah, right. I think that I'll Fly. I think I'll Fly is one of my favorite songs. The song from the episode that just got released in Australia, which I will not spoil for people, that just came out. Catchy, by Catchy. Yeah, I think that song's awesome.
A catchy song in my head.
Yeah, I love that song. I like it when Daniel Ingram pushes his boundaries and does something different. And I think that was something different for him. And I really liked the way it came out.
The ending is the best part of it.
Yeah, the ending's the best part of it. And it's really fun.
Yeah, so for those of you who have not yet watched the brand new Season 7, Episode 13, go and watch it right now. Fantastic song and follow up to that song in the episode. Won't say much more on that, but
yeah.
It is literally, for me, I have favorite episodes, but I still think this is the most well put together and emotional episode they have released to date.
Yes. Daniel Ingram is like a guru of music for TV because, I mean,
he's the anybody
who could put a clue in his song for, the wedding episode, right? And I don't know if you know that story, but in the beginning when Twilight is singing her lament, right, at the end of it, she's doing a deceptive cadence of notes.
Yeah.
When she ends the song. That's a deceptive cadence. There's a clue in the song. It's like, that is just basically,
cadence
that's God level.
It's cadence not evil, good pony.
That's a God level amount of trolling, right? Come on. And he didn't think anybody was going to get it, and sure enough, somebody got it within a week. It's like,
does he not realize how much of an autistic fan base he's going after here? We were all going to notice this weird, out of the way shit.
Yep.
That's not a swear word anymore. All right, so we have been doing this for about, let's see here, how long now? A couple hours almost?
I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever. So how we try and get this wrapped up real soon here so Dusty can go on with his day, but let's go say 5 more questions from the audience.
Okay.
First off, I have Dusty. What do you think about Little Shy?
Little Shy FIM?
Yes.
Oh, he's fun. He's a great guy. I love him. We're friends, so.
Yeah, no, same here. Every time I've talked to him, he's a really chill guy. He's a really funny guy, very down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question. Do you have advice? Oh, sorry. Do you have advice for somebody thinking of leaving the fandom due to hate? And what would you recommend to somebody saying to the haters if they have to speak to a hater?
One, I would step back and ask myself, why am I letting somebody else control my life? Why would I leave something I love because somebody else is being
a dick?
Okay, you said it. But why would I let somebody else control my joy and my happiness? I don't fathom that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you leave because somebody else is giving you shit?
Yeah.
Stand up for what you like because there's nothing wrong with it. Okay? I don't see anything. I don't see the problem with liking MLP, even at my age, 49.
Yeah. And I'm 38, so I'm not.
So I don't see a reason for you to leave. Sure, it's going to be difficult. I mean, look at the spaghetti incident that happened to me a couple of years ago. But I got through that. Yes, it was difficult. Yes, I was angry. Yes, I was hurt. I still get these things every now and then, but I don't let it bug me the way I used to. When I was a kid, I was the oversensitive, easy to cry, bullied kid from grade school all the way through college. And I let it get to me too much, and it really hurt me as a person when I was younger. And if I can
you learned
make what I went through,
you learned to grow that outer shell where you're like, those are
Yeah.
your opinions, they're not my
those
opinions.
are your opinions, they're not mine. Don't care. Well, I mean, really, what are these people in the context of your life? How it's going to be in 10 years, in 5, in 3 years?
These are the people who don't have joy of their own, and they only get joy from
Yeah.
taking your joy away.
Yeah, they're taking your joy away to get joy out of themselves. So why let them do it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm over that. I'm so over that.
Yeah.
I've
Do you as long as you are not hurting anybody else, then
There-
screw them.
there is a axiom in Wiccan or Wicca, which is a religion, that says, "And harm none, do as you will." So as long as it's hurting nobody else,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. And
It's like-
it,
It's
Yeah.
pretty much the same thing as the Christian thing, which I'm not a Christian, but do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's like, it just means be nice.
it just means be nice and be
Respectful.
considerate of other people and their wants and needs.
Yes.
So as long as you're not a huge dink about it, then do what you're going to do. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I don't like cringe videos. It's one of the reasons why I don't like, people stomping on anybody for almost anything just because they like it. It's really a waste of space, and it's a waste of talent, and it's a waste of bull just to get cheap views. It's
keep your hoof noodles off my dreams.
yeah.
Sorry, to be fair, I do love the elements of cringe videos.
It's
Have you seen the elements of cringe?
nope. I don't
No.
want to see them.
No.
Don't.
This is an animated video by Pika Petey.
Oh yeah, you know what? Pika and I know each other. We're kind of friendly. Some of the stuff he does I don't agree with, but that's him. And
This is very satirical parody stuff, and honest to God, as somebody who is very into the fandom and loves it, it just tickles me inside to watch it.
yeah, it's one of those things where he has his audience that likes that stuff, and I don't.
Fair enough.
And that's fine. He can do his thing, and more power to him. But I don't have to watch it
No.
because it's not my thing, and it doesn't make me happy. So I'm not going to watch it.
Fair enough. I just love it. He's like, well, there's the elements of friendship. Why can't we explore the elements of cringe? And Celestia's like, there's no such thing, Pen. Anyways, let's go with 3 more questions here. I saw one up ahead. Where is it? Oh, what is your favorite moral in the series and why?
My favorite moral in the series is I was right all along.
Okay, you'll need to expand on that just a little bit.
Okay, during the Flim Flam Brothers episode,
Okay.
the first one, where Applejack says, "I didn't learn nothing. I was right all along."
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
That's my favorite one right there.
You're all idiots.
That's an awesome piece of writing right there. It's like write an entire episode just so you could write that letter to Princess Celestia. It's like, I didn't learn jack. I was right all along.
Yeah.
It's like,
Love Applejack. All right, well, that's a simple answer. Second to last question. You say you like Skyrim. Have you ever played Dragon Age?
I have not. I've heard of Dragon Age. Haven't dabbled in it yet. A lot of people are trying to get me into Witcher 3. But I haven't touched that one yet either. I've sort of been on Skyrim for the last 5 months. So.
All right. And actually, kind of, I guess 2 more questions. One is more of a question, and one is a reaction to something. The first question being, what is your favorite MLP meme?
Oh God, there's so many bajillion memes out there.
I know. Let's say the one that you see the most or enjoy the most.
I don't know. Let me check my phone to see which one I use the most. How's that?
That works.
We'll try that. I'll check my meme.
Whichever one you
list.
use the most will be your favorite
Yeah.
one.
The one I use the most. Let's see. Mood. That's moods, not memes. There we go. Let's see. I think it's the Rainbow Dash. Hi, I just came to make your day better.
Okay.
She's just looking down at you from a cloud with a sun behind her.
Fair enough. I think one of my favorite, I guess maybe it's not a meme, but one of those animated GIF re-edits is the one of, it's a re-editing of Rarity falling out of Cloudsdale with Rainbow Dash on a cloud, and at the end it's like, die you stuck-up unicorn, beep!
I think another one I like is the Queen Chrysalis reeing. It's like, ree!
Yeah, that's a very popular one on the
I use that
internet.
one a lot.
Just anytime something upsets you, it's the perfect reaction.
Yes.
right. Now, a lot of people were asking some anime questions. So,
Anime?
you're not an anime fan, are you?
No, dude. You have to understand where I come from on anime. Okay.
All right.
When I was a kid in elementary school, this was the early 70s. Okay.
Okay.
So I was raised on the very first generation of anime to come over to the United States.
Ranma one half.
No.
Oh,
No,
oh God.
that's probably the fourth or fifth generation.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
We're talking Mach Go Go Go.
Okay.
We're talking Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. We're talking Astro Boy.
Yeah.
We're talking Johnny Sacco and his giant robot. We're talking, the very first iterations of Voltron. We're talking, stuff that,
Nobody
just-
here knows what you're talking about. Stuff.
Everyone's going, what? Speed Racer. Mach Go 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 was turned into Speed Racer.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't that Speed Racer?
Science Ninja Team Gatchaman ended up being G-Force over here, which is our Battle of the Planets. When I was a kid, and then I found out it was Science Ninja Team Gatchaman later. But I also grew up with the original Akira and a lot of these movies from the late '80s.
Yeah, Bubblegum Crisis.
Bubblegum Crisis.
Battle Athletes Nadeshiko.
Oh yeah. A lot of that old stuff. I mean, stuff you can't even get on DVDs. I mean, when it first came out on VHS, I still have VHS tapes of anime that are in my storage.
Yeah, most of mine are on VCD. Real player format. Woohoo!
Geez, I think I owned a laser disc at one time.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Okay, so anyways, you're from the old school anime thing.
Oh yeah, I'm from way back.
Okay, then actually you might appreciate this video. So let's get. This isn't exactly what they asked for, but I'm going to show you a video which is an MLP parody of a current anime. And the anime itself is actually kind of like a parody of all anime.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like one of the final scenes from that anime, and the whole thing is like it's pretty much just a big joke on all the mecha monster fighting animes out there. So it's called the Giga Hornbreaker episode. Animated by Obi-Sama Animations. So check it out, and you can give your reaction to that, and that will hopefully answer like 12 questions that have been asked over the last 10 minutes. So I am playing it now. All of these events you are going to see are happening in an alternate universe where Queen Chrysalis won and enslaved all of Equestria. The main six went to Canterlot for a final battle, but it was a trap! Rainbow is now badly injured and Twilight is stuck in the castle.
Is this Gurren Lagann?
Yes!
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Who the hell do you think we are? No pony can stop them.
Okay, exploding changelings are awesome.
お前が信じる。お前を信じろ。
兄貴。
Oh yeah, this is Twilight's giant drill thing. I had no idea where this came from.
Yeah, the drill animation came before this.
Ah.
Because it actually was originally an animation with Twilight and Nightmare Moon.
Oh right.
And then they did this longer version with Chrysalis. I think it's about the same studio though.
Aniki.
Aniki. But yeah, no, that was the MLP version of Gurren Lagann. So yes, that was that. So I guess in your opinion of that was, oh my god, best thing I've ever seen?
It's awesome because when I had my hernia surgery a couple of years ago, all I had was Netflix, and basically all I had was Netflix anime. So I watched all of Gurren Lagann from like beginning to end.
Nice.
For a month.
I actually
But yeah.
figured that would be like one of the animes you'd like, because it's like a very manly anime, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I love that damn anime. It's pretty cool.
It's like, I am a
And
man, and my manliness
and the
will
thing
make
is
my
that-
manliness work.
That particular series basically harkened back to a lot of the stuff that happened back in the 80s. It had the same type of pacing, the same type of styles.
Yeah, it was kind of like
like-
both an homage and a parody. At the
Yeah,
same
it was an
time.
homage and a parody to it. It reminded me a lot of Lupin the Third.
Which is weird because it had nothing to do with mechas.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with mechas and all that stuff, but it had that same sort of squash and stretch feel that they did a lot in that series.
The end. Interview over.
No.
No, although I would like to say we are going to wrap this up. I think Dusty probably has things to do, like go enjoy the wonderful afternoon that's probably happening down there in where the hell are you again?
San Jose or San Jose?
Let's go with San Jose.
San Jose, California.
San Jose.
Which is the tagline I always used for my show. Stay Brony, my friends. If you want to see hour-and-a-half episodes of fun comedy interview stuff that I used to do, I interviewed a lot of the people who work on your favorite show right now. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a whole playlist of old shows, which I keep updating because I have a lot of them still to upload there.
Yes.
But if you want to see interviews with Andrea Lipman, everybody except for Tara Strong, because I never was able to get her on the show. But lots of people that work on the show, lots of interviews. Check it out.
Yeah, Stay Brony, my friends, on DustyKatt's channel. I will, the link here, hold on, I had the link a second ago. God damn it, where'd it go? I'll post the link in the chat here. I will also post it on the interview page. Dusty, when he is done, will post a link to this interview on the Amino itself, so you can see it on his account there.
Yeesh.
And, yeah, no pressure.
Right.
And you can see all of his stuff. Like I said, he's been on Brony's React. He's got his own series there. Actually, there was one more video I did want to show before we went, which is you and your making of the box guitars. I almost forgot about that.
Ah, yes. Those are kind of long, though. Those are like 10 minutes long. We don't need to...
Okay, well, yeah, you can check it out on his channel then.
Check it out on my channel if you like guitar building, because I got a couple of series on guitar building on my channel, too. If you like building stuff, if you like cooking stuff, if you like, interview stuff, check out my channel, singing stuff. I'll have links to all of the different voice acting things I'm working on right now. I've got 4 different animations being worked on right now that have my work in it, which should come out soon. So, yeah, lots of stuff out there.
Yeah, I posted a link in the chat here. I will make sure that a link gets included. Oh, the Canterlot Haberdashery is trying to play.
A word, if I may.
Oh, actually, yeah, this is actually something I was going to ask you about earlier. The Canterlot Haberdashery.
Yes.
Which will not stop playing now. There we go.
Let it play, because it's awesome.
No, I will actually. I think that'll be our outro video. Is the Canterlot Haberdashery, because I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But why don't you explain your involvement in that while I bring it back up?
Well, back when I was doing my show, we used to do a commercial break. So I would come up with comedy commercials or parodies of things. And my roommate wrote the Canterlot Haberdashery, which was a knock on, of course, the You're Gonna Like the Way You Look, which is a really big place down here in America that sells suits and things like that.
Right?
Yes. So we
No, it's up
we
here
came up
too.
we came up with this thing and said, okay, let's see if we can actually get the guy who plays Fancy Pants to do the thing, and we had him on the show, and he said yes.
Wow.
So when he had so much fun on the show that he said he would do anything I asked of him, just he'd come back, he'd do anything I wanted. And we came up with this thing, and I just sent it to him, and I said, I don't know if this is going to get you in trouble or whatever, but would you do this? He said, oh yeah, I'll do that. That sounds like fun. So he ended up doing that and sending it to me, and I sent that to a couple of different animators. I finally got an animator to do it. It took like a year to find an animator who would do it, and which was weird because I had an actual voice actor from the show,
Yeah, you
doing,
think out of a bit more support on
think
that one.
he would have jumped, but yeah, it took a long time to get that made, and finally it got released. And I should talk to him and see if he got in trouble or not, but I don't think he did, because he ended up moving to L.A. and now he's like Rocket Raccoon.
So that's why we haven't seen Fancy Pants in forever.
It's Pants lately. Yeah, but he's actually in L.A. right now. He's working out of L.A. He's Rocket Raccoon on the TV show and a couple of other big name characters right now.
All right, well let's take a quick look at this before we go out here. The Canterlot Haberdashery, voiced by the actual Fancy Pants, and concept created by DustyKatt.
Yes.
All right, so let's take a quick peek here.
A word, if I may, to the stallions. Your mares go out of their way to present themselves in the best possible light. They spend their time, their energy, and their bits to dress well. And they do it for you. How can you not return the favor? My good friends at the Canterlot Haberdashery have your sartorial splendor in mind. Their expert tailors will serve you to the utmost of their ability. No matter the hue of your hide, the tint of your tail, or the color of your coiffure, they can create an ensemble that will complement you in prime Canterlot fashion. Whether you are a unicorn, a Pegasus, or an earth pony, they always will have just the right style for your unique physique.
I love the fighting
Whether for a
noises.
wedding, a night at the opera, or to stand before our beloved princesses at the Grand Galloping Gala, there is no occasion that is beyond their ability to serve. This is why I myself trust my presentation to their capable hooves. There are none better. At the Canterlot Haberdashery, all customers are royalty. Yes, quite.
Quite, yes, quite. For the longest time, I thought haberdashery was just for hats.
No, it's an entire clothing store.
Yes, I realize. It's one of those things that stuck in my thing. I'm going to the haberdashery for a hat. Then I realized, it's like an actual male clothing store. It's like Victoria's Secret for men.
Yeah. So yeah, my roommate Caradwin actually wrote that and did the music, and then we got Trevor Duvall to do the voicing, and we sent that off to. I cut together the audio, sent it off to the animator, and had that done. So yeah, Shades of Everfree did the animation on that one.
Yeah, Shades of Everfree is a good. I love all of their animation, especially Lavender is the New Black and the most beautiful mare in the room.
Yeah, the most beautiful. I was actually a side character in that.
I was going to say you're in that one. Yeah.
I'm in that one. He asked me, it's like, I want to put you in another video. It's like, go ahead, I don't care. So
yeah, do it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to say thank you very much to DustyKatt for spending some time with us this afternoon. I would also like to say thank you myself for you showing up, and anything you want to say to these guys before you head out for the day?
Well, thank you very much for coming up and listening to an old man talk. And if you want to see what happened early in this fandom, go check out my channel, because that's a lot of the stuff that happened early.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
I've been around since the beginning of time. So yeah.
And so thank you again, DustyKatt, for those. Thank you all for showing up today. And we are going to end out here with another appearance by DustyKatt here in the most beautiful mare in the room. This is InvisiBrony, leader of Equestria Amino, signing out.
See ya, gang.
Looking round the room, I can tell that you are the most beautiful man in the room.
In the whole wide world.
And when you're on the street, depending on the street, I bet you are definitely in the top 3. Good-looking man's on the street, depending on the street. And when I saw you at my mate's place, I thought, what is she doing at my mate's place? How did Dash get a hottie like that to a party like this? Good one, Dash. Ooh, you're a legend, Dash. I asked Dash if she's gonna make a move on you. She's not sure. I said, Dash, do you mind if I do?
Yes.
She says she doesn't mind, but I can tell she kinda minds. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I see you standing all alone by the stereo. I dim the lights down to very low. Here we go. You're so beautiful. You could be a waitress. Oh, you're so beautiful. You could work in Rarity Shop as a mannequin. You're so beautiful. You could be a part-time model. And then I seal the deal. I do my moves, I do my dance moves. It's 12:02, just me and you, and 7 other coats around you on the dance floor. I draw you near, let's get out of here. Let's get in a cab, I'll buy you a kebab. Now I can't believe that I'm sharing a kebab with the most beautiful man I have ever seen with a kebab. Why don't we leave? Let's go to my house and we can feel each other up on the couch. Oh no, I don't mind taking it slow. No, yeah, 'cause you're so beautiful like a tree. Or maybe a donut, Joe donut.
You're so beautiful.
You could be a part-time model, but you'd probably be replaced by Fluttershy. Spending part of your time modeling and part of your time next to me. My place is usually tidier than this.
Not really.
Alright, that was Shades of Everfree with Most Beautiful Mare in the Room, a parody done by, originally by Flight of the Conchords, which was the most beautiful girl in the room, featuring DustyKatt. So thanks again, guys, for stopping by here in the interview, and we will see y'all next time. InvisiBrony out.